Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Recently, before the meeting of the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party and the National Executive Committee of the People's Democratic Party, there had been this talk about the opposition party, People's Democratic Party, being divided along two lines. Those who are in the camp of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and those who are in the camp of former Governor of Rivers State and now the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike. But the truth be told, the PDP is in a mess today because of the presidential ambition of Atiku Abubakar and Nyesom Wike. And until the People's Democratic Party realize that these two people are the major problem of the People's Democratic Party right now and going forward, the PDP is going nowhere. I was shocked to see Nyesom Wike sitting comfortably in meetings of the PDP with Atiku Abubakar and all. I wonder what the PDP were discussing in their meetings in which Nyesom Wike attended. This is because Nyesom Wike has made it clear that his only job right now is to ensure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress is returned, re-elected in 2027. And the PDP itself, from what I'm hearing from them and what other Nigerians are hearing from them, they want to return to power in 2027. Is it not a huge joke that the PDP and Nyesom Wike are sitting in the same table all about 2027, how to make their party better, to be competitive ahead of 2027, when Nyesom Wike has, through his anti-party activities, made it clear that his mission is Tinubu's mission. Now, before I digress much on this, the emphasis in this video is to remind the PDP how Nyesom Wike and Atiku Abubakar, their presidential ambition was what put PDP in the mess that it is today. Because if you do not know where the rain started beating you, you wouldn't know where the rain stopped. You see, ahead of the 2023 presidential election or general election, PDP was having an opportunity to play a role as a major opposition party in Nigeria to challenge the APC for the presidency of Nigeria. Already the APC had shown to be a total failure. The failure of APC was as clear to everyone who could see or who could hear. The economy was in tatters. The change of currency was a total mess and a blunder. There was scarcity of fuel. Everything was just against the APC. APC was not in any position to win election. APC crisis was in such a big deal that then Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, was even talking about that about conspiracy or no conspiracy about the election in terms of those who are against Bola Ahmed Tinubu and those who are for him. But this issue I'm discussing is even further than before Tinubu emerged as the presidential candidate of the APC. But throughout Buhari's 8 years, Nigerians had seen that APC was a failure in all front. Insecurity was at its worst. Don't forget, under Buhari, 63,111 Nigerians were killed, on the average of 20 being killed in a day. So everything was working against the APC. It was an opportunity for PDP to recapture power. But the PDP blew it. How did they blow the opportunity? Because PDP, that's supposed to work based on fairness, justice, and equity, abandoned that principle. And that principle is based on zoning. PDP abandoned zoning. And who are the people that made PDP to abandon zoning? It was Nyesom Wike and Atiku Abubakar. Because these two people were not from the zone that was favored for the zoning of the presidency or the presidential ticket of the PDP. These people scattered the zoning principle of PDP. And that is why PDP is the way it is. And PDP is going nowhere. Moving forward. How did I say this? Why did I say this? Now, based on the principle of zoning, and having seen the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari, who was about to leave his office, is from the north. He has served for 8 years. The common sense in the PDP was to ensure that the presidency moved to south. And when it gets to south, it should be microzone to the southeast that had never produced a president since 1999. It was clear to everyone who could see that that is the way to go. But because Nyesom Wike had captured a section of the PDP and Atiku Abubakar had captured a section of the PDP, these two individuals did everything they could to scatter the zoning arrangement. And that was how they set up all kinds of committee. PDP set up committee. There was a committee led by Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the then governor of Enugu State, to arrive on zoning arrangement. And you could see that that committee was closer to do the biddings of Atiku Abubakar and Nyesom Wike, because after they submitted their recommendation, you didn't hear much about them, because the PDP had already been captured by anti-zoning individuals, Atiku Abubakar and Nyesom Wike. Why did they scatter it? Because Nyesom Wike is from the South. He wanted to be the president. He wanted to win the presidential ticket of PDP. Atiku Abubakar, not minding the fact that a northerner, Muhammad Buhari, was just finishing 8 years of his administration. Atiku Abubakar, a Fulani like Buhari, insisted that he is the one that deserved the ticket of the People's Democratic Party. And that was these two individuals were the people that put PDP in the mess that it is today. Now, when all these things was going on, when the battle for the presidency or the presidential ticket of PDP and APC, for the presidential ticket of the PDP between Wike and Atiku Abubakar, at that time, Nyesom Wike was not talking about zoning, because he knew it would be unfair to talk about zoning, because South had done vice presidency and have done presidency for about 5 years under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. So he couldn't talk about that it is their turn to produce the president. What he was talking about was that he has all it takes to be the presidential candidate of the party. In fact, they were telling people that it is not about zoning. Atiku Abubakar was in that camp. Nyesom Wike was in that camp, that what is important is who can win the election for the People's Democratic Party. That the way that PDP is, zoning cannot help you to win back the presidency. It is who has the capacity, the nationwide appeal. That was what they were dancing around doing. And Peter Obi, who was a member of the PDP at the time and had seen through what they are all doing, noticing that even if they are to do primaries in PDP, the primaries in the PDP will be to the highest bidder. It's not going to be free, fair, and credible. He walked away. Peter Obi walked away. The best material that PDP had at that time walked away. And Atiku and Nyesom Wike began the battle royale for the soul of the PDP. In the end, Atiku Abubakar outsmarted Nyesom Wike. And because Atiku Abubakar outsmarted him, Atiku Abubakar pick the ticket of the PDP, the presidential ticket. He did not only pick the ticket, he also rejected Nyesom Wike as his running mate. And Nyesom Wike was livid. That was when Nyesom Wike now realized there is a need for justice, fairness, and equity. There is a need for a Southerner to be the president of Nigeria. That was when Nyesom Wike vowed to stop Atiku Abubakar and began his anti-party activities against the People's Democratic Party. But in this case, I have no sympathy for any of them because they deserve what they got. At the end of the day, Nyesom Wike may think that he won because he was able to deliver, quote and unquote, River State for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was the then presidential candidate of the APC. And against all odds, Tinubu was declared by INEC to have won River State. But independent verification by the BBC and the Premium Times shows clearly that it was Peter Obi of the Labour Party that won. But it was that result that is at the center of Nyesom Wike being the minister of the FCT today. Now, what am I saying? These two people, because of their ambition, destroyed the unity of PDP, destroyed the zoning arrangement of the party. And today, PDP is so much down, so much broken, that you begin to ask yourself, can it be amended at all? Because these two people wanted to be at the president of Nigeria when it is not supposed to be so. When nature and everything was against them, imagine president of Nigeria, they present themselves to pick the ticket of the PDP. And in their ambition, they have destroyed PDP. And until PDP deal with these two men, one way or the other, for their history of anti-party activities. Because what Nyesom Wike did in 2023 in his anti-party activities against his own party was similar to what Atiku Abubakar did in 2015 against Goodluck Jonathan. So these two people are burning with ambition, presidential ambition. But ahead of 2027, Atiku is still burning with that ambition to be the president and to pick the presidential ticket of PDP. Nyesom Wike is burning with ambition to continue to remain relevant and going to undermine the PDP to ensure that APC, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, vanquish his own party and continue to remain in power in 2027. Until the PDP realize that their biggest problem is these two men, PDP is not going anywhere. And Nigerians have already moved forward. Nigerians have already gone far ahead. Nigerians are not looking to PDP as the alternative to APC. What Nigerians are doing right now is looking at Peter Obi to show them the direction that he's going. Nobody is interested in Atiku Abubakar coming out on 2027 saying he wants to be president, because, like we said, by as Buhari was finishing in 2023, it was obvious that the presidency of Nigeria is supposed to be domiciled in the south. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one enjoying the position now from the south. It is therefore, to say the least, unacceptable for Atiku Abubakar to think that after 4 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the south, that the presidency of Nigeria will return to the north. It's not possible. The presidency of Nigeria should remain in the south by 2027. It cannot go back to the north. Atiku Abubakar don't seem to understand this. He is still blindly pursuing presidential ambition. He is still blindly believing that as Nyesom Wike had made himself clear that he is for APC, that if he stay put in PDP and manage the crisis in PDP, he can still pick the ticket of PDP and then relaunch himself and then defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. It's not going to work that way. He's just wasting his time. So it is important that PDP and those who support it and those who are members of that party to know it, that their problem is Nyesom Wike and Atiku Abubakar. They have to find a way to solve this problem and push it out of the way if they are to make any sensible move in 2027. But I don't even see anybody in PDP who can pounds to pounds compete with Peter Obi to face Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. I don't see anyone in PDP from southern Nigeria who can stand Peter Obi in terms of pounds to pound facing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you can't even think about a northerner coming out that he wants to be president in PDP, through PDP in 2027. That person will be embarking on a wild goose chase, because the presidency of Nigeria in 2027 must remain in the south. That is how it is going to be. Because if not, we are in the position of the south today, North will not agree for the presidency to leave the north after just 4 years by 2027. They will not accept that. And the south, I don't see any reasonable person from southern Nigeria who will agree that the presidency should move to the north in 2027. These are the thorny issues that PDP must resolve if it wants to be taken serious ahead of the 2027 general election. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.